Hey everybody, and welcome to the intersection of sports and marketing. I'm Brian Cristiano, and this is episode 28 of OUTOFSCOPE. Story is king, not content. All you marketers out there need to listen to this.
Sports marketing expert Brian Cristiano.
Brian Cristiano.
Marketers and advertisers and brands always have to keep in mind, you have to play to the state of your audience. Endurance sports athletes are absolutely fanatics.
Having a Facebook page doesn't get you any business, but doing it right can be quite effective.
All right, so we're here at episode 28. It's a little crazy this week here at Bold. I am flying out to Utah shortly. I'm going to be at Outdoor Retailer, meeting with some clients, some potential clients, talking with a bunch of people out there. Going to maybe potentially try to do some content from there, but I'm not sure how much time we're going to have. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get out there. I've actually never been to Utah. I'm going to fly my bike out. It's going to be kind of hard to find the time to do that and train out there, but you got to keep training. I mean, I think that that's kind of the key to all success in life is you find time. You have to do it, right? I want to perform on the bike. I got to train. I got to ride. I can't just say, hey, I'm going to be in Utah for a week. Got to get off the bike. No, have to put in the time, have to put in the dedication, and that's the way everything business-wise here works at Bold. That's the way that I run my life. That's the way everybody here lives their lives. It's you got to put in the time, right? You get out of everything in life what you put into it. But I'm excited if I do get the chance to ride while I'm out there. It's a beautiful landscape, and I can't wait to check it out. Speaking of cycling, this past weekend I did a stage race out at Penn State. And it was really interesting, super tough race. The first day was a mountain stage, 7,500 feet of climbing, absolutely brutal. I got my ass kicked, total reality check. But I'm not even gonna pretend that it wasn't super hard. Unfortunate part aside from the really hard racing was two of my teammates actually went down in the criterium the second day. One broke his elbow, the other guy's all right, but he crashed right in front of me. And so it was really kind of a scary moment when not only you're seeing one of your teammates crash really hard, doing like 30, 35 miles an hour into a corner, and he slipped out. He crashed really bad. He's okay though. But so it's kind of that really frightful moment where you're seeing your teammate crash and get really hurt, but you're also trying to avoid this crash because you're going to get hurt yourself. So I was lucky I ended up unscathed, but to my teammates Andre and Anthony, hopefully those guys heal up fast. So sending good vibes your way, dudes. Anyway, let's get back into the topic. So story is king, not content. Everybody has that lovely little catchphrase that's been going on forever. Content is king. That's bullshit. Content is something that you do from a marketing and or revenue perspective that you think will create enough clickbait or get enough eyeballs or get enough traffic to eventually sell something or generate enough traffic or some other result that you're looking to do by getting people to go to a website, right? It's not about content. It's about story. People don't care about content. You can put out all sorts of stuff all day long, but if it's not good, if it's not interesting, if it's not helpful, if it's not funny, if it's not entertaining, then nobody cares. And bringing this back to a sports perspective, bringing this back to a marketing perspective, it's all about the story. That's the most important part, right? And it doesn't matter how or where you tell the story. You can tell the story on Twitter. You can tell the story on Periscope. You can tell the story in a blog. You can tell the story in a TV commercial. You can tell a story in an online video. You can tell the story live at an event in front of thousands of people. It doesn't matter. The story is where the power is. The story is what gets people excited. The story is where passion comes from. That's where humility is. That's where honesty is. Some people aren't honest with their stories, but I think nowadays people see through that a lot faster. But really it comes down to the story. And do you have a good story to tell? And I think what's really interesting is I met last week with a startup cycling company. They build bikes, frames, carbon frames, and they're a really good company, very, very young, but they are starting to take off. They're doing a lot of good things. And what was amazing to me is when one of the owners sat down and explained his brand, it wasn't just about, hey, we have this really great product, this awesome bike, here's the reasons why it's great. Before he got into the reasons why the bike was great, why the frame was great, he sat there and told me the backstory of why they started the company, the reasons why they got into this, why they're doing this, why they want to grow. He got into the reasons of giving back. He had some really powerful stories about giving back and donating frames to people that were in need. And the story to me, I stopped him, when he started talking about the frame, and I said, look, obviously the product that you have is a really good product, but the story that you have is powerful, and you need to tell that story. So if that company was to look at, we need to create content, then all they're doing is saying, what stories can we either regurgitate or make up that will potentially get people to pay attention to us? And that's totally the wrong way to look at it. They have a really powerful story, and I'm obviously not getting into the details here, but their story was powerful. They had many powerful stories. And that's where the beauty of marketing and sports and story come together and culminate and create success and get people to pay attention and create awareness and to get people excited. Because especially in sports, if you can't drive passion, you're out of business. Sports is a passionate fan base. Sports is a passionate pastime. Sports is all about passion, no matter who you are. People passionately hate different teams. People passionately love different teams. People passionately hate certain sports. People passionately love certain sports. And even brands, right? And if you can tell that story in a way that is honest and genuine and meaningful and has passion, you're gonna find those people out there that are aligned with the vision that you have for your brand, for your company, for your team. And so that's why I'm saying that content isn't king. Content is just something that people do, that marketers do, that they feel that they have to try to drive traffic. Stop looking at it that way. Take 10 steps back and look at the roots of where your company came from. Look at the roots of your team. Look at who's there and what passions do they have. Hopefully you have some of that, right? Nobody or very few people start companies just because they want to make $1, at least the successful ones. They start because someone has a vision of what they can change or what they can do differently or how they would want to experience life from this product or brand or team. And get into that core story and tell it. That's where real success comes from. And again, it's not about the medium. The medium is irrelevant. It can be Facebook, it can be a TV commercial, it can be a newspaper article, it can be, you can write skywriting, right? It doesn't matter. I don't care what the medium is. It's about telling that story. Now you can get creative in the medium that you're using to tell this story, and that makes it all the more interesting, and you can amplify it and you can scale that message. But story is king. End of day, story always wins. The honest, genuine, passionate stories always wins. I think that's why we see that testimonials perform so well in comparison to actors, because people know, for the most part, that actors are just reading some prefabricated script, where a testimonial, if it's real, is actually capturing the passion from that person that experienced that brand, product, service, whatever it may be. So story is really where, you can change the path of a brand and connect with new people and get them excited and passionate about what it is that you do. So anyway, that's what I got for episode 28. I'm really excited. I think we're going to do one more, maybe two more episodes before I hit Outdoor Retailer. But I'll at least hit some updates on social media from out there. If maybe we'll try to sneak in a show. I'm not sure. I'm not making any promises, but thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, check out the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. I'm Brian Cristiano, and this is episode 28 of Out of Scope. Content